Today, I'll show you how to easily perform an oil change on Toyota's 4-cylinder iForce Max hybrid engine. In my case, I'm doing it on my 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 250, although the same procedure is very similar on the current generation Tacoma and a 4Runner. In order for me to easily show it for you in the video on how to get it done, I put it up on my garage lift, but you can do it in your driveway using a set of ramps. I actually demonstrated it earlier. I drove it up on top of the curb, and I also drove it on top of the ramps with my front wheels, which elevates the car enough for you to squeeze under it. Technically, you can squeeze under it without lifting it because it is a pretty high off the ground vehicle, but to be more comfortable, you might want to raise it up a little bit. To do this job, you will need a basin to drain the oil. You will need the actual oil, 0W20, oil filter removal tool, a drain plug. In my case, I'm going for a magnetic drain plug, a 14 and a 12 millimeter socket, a towel, a funnel, and a set of your favorite work gloves. All the products and tools, as always, I'll link in the video description below. And so it drains a little easier. It's always nice to warm up the engine before an oil change. In order for you to gain access to the filter and the drain plug, you need to remove some panels which are held using 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This down here is a panel under which hides the actual drain plug. And once you remove the cover, you will notice that the drain plug is located here. And now we can remove the front panel. These two are at an angle. The last one you want to hold with your hand. And when the screw comes out, you want to lift it and unhook it from a hook. There you go. With the front cover fully removed, you can find that the oil filter is right here, and it's got a little tiny spout, so it'll go over the front subframe. And under here, you can see where your drain plug is. This is the guy. And now with your 14 millimeter wrench, you can undo the drain plug, position the basin underneath, and hope for the best. Not too bad. Okay, I do have to say the oil is very, very clean. We're gonna open it up top in a little bit. But so far, so good. While the oil is draining, you wanna pop under the hood and open up the oil cap. Next, we're going to get to the oil filter and remove it. Even though you do have a spout there, I'm gonna put something under there just to catch the excess, as you can see. It's been about 10 minutes. I undid the top, I undid the filter, and it's still dripping. The dripping stopped for about 2 minutes, and then it resumed. So make sure to warm up the engine, and make sure to give it plenty of time. When it's time for you to reinstall the new filter, what you want to do is you want to remove the top. You actually have the gasket pre-greased, so you don't have to smear any oil on it, but you do want to wipe this as best as you can, and then left first so you don't cross thread it, and then tighten it. And yes, you can tighten it with your hands, and then use your tool. Don't ask me about torque specs, but just tighten it a tiny bit. So the torque spec on this is a tiny bit. While the oil is still draining a little bit, we can put this panel back on. These are the 2 hooks. There's 1 and 2 that it's hanging on. So you just align the hooks here. There we go. And then just tighten the bolts. And after what felt like 30 minutes of dripping, we can finally put the drain plug back in. I am using this magnetic drain plug, which will perhaps catch some metal shavings. You never know. So let's wipe this thing, put the magnetic plug back in. Whoa, it is definitely magnetic. Wipe the excess and tighten it to 21 foot-pounds. 21 exactly. And now we can put the cover back on. All right, the messy part is, for the most part, over. We're gonna remove the oil and I'm gonna recycle it. You should too when you do your own oil changes. Making sure there's nothing under the car, we can drop it. Do not be tempted to start it. Now under the hood in the engine bay, yes, I'm using a ladder by the way, let's remove the oil cap. Let's put this handy dandy funnel here, which technically eliminates the need for me to have any of these rags, but just in case I spill it. And again, the oil that I use is this Mobil 1 0W20. The manual calls for 5.8 quarts. This particular one is 5 quarts. So let's get to it. And now I poured myself another 0.8 of a quart here. Typical Die Hard 2 style. And that should complete the fill up. Okay, so the moment of truth. Any drippage? Nope. Zero. Let's close it up. Do you ever get that feeling after an oil change? Should I start it? Should I not start it? Did I do something wrong? I always get that, even though I've done oil changes so many times. Let's get the car started. Oh, yeah. Why does it sound smoother? It's a placebo effect, I know. That's so funny. I don't know about you, but people complain about the sound of this engine at idle and at high RPM. This is idle, and it sounds pretty good. And just a couple of minutes later, it got even smoother. We're gonna let it run for a minute or two, then we're gonna check the oil level. But first, let's reset the oil service interval. You do it out of the center. Hold the settings button. Scroll all the way down to vehicle settings. Scroll down. Oil maintenance. Reset. Yes. So this will now track the next oil change, which is 10,000 miles, which is crazy. Obviously, I'm gonna do it a lot sooner than that. My idea is to do the next one at 3,000, then 5,000, and then every 5,000 miles afterwards. Okay, we're gonna turn off the engine, let the oil settle, clean up in the meantime, and then check the level for the last time. You have no idea how happy it makes me to own a car again with a proper dipstick. I am so tired of these electronic dipsticks. This is by far superior. So let's see. Perfect. So if you have a 4-cylinder iForce Max Toyota, this is how easy it is to perform an oil change. Don't be afraid to do it yourself. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. As always, I'll answer every single one of them. Also, every single product and tool that I use in this video, I'm going to link down in the description of this video for your ease of access. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.